Hey everybody, let's hope the internet behaves. Welcome. It's Thursday again. Welcome back to another episode of Waking the Witch, where we talk about, each week we come here live and we have a conversation about one of the foundations of witchcraft, or how to tap into our own inner wisdom, or how to manifest the life we want to live. Those are the three subjects that we touch upon. So, this week is the fourth and the final foundation. There's 4 foundations of an earth magic practice, or any magical practice, really. And today is the last one, and it's strength of will. And we're going to talk about what that is, why it's so vital, and how to intentionally use it in your craft. We'll also talk about some practical tips on how to cultivate your willpower into your practice. So what is it, and why is it so important? Strength of will. What is it, and why is it so important in a magical practice? Strength of will is the force that fuels your spells and rituals. It's that energy that propels your intentions out into the universe. And it's intrinsically linked with your intentions. It is your ability to manifest. Your ability to manifest is a reflection of your unwavering willpower, your unwavering determination to devote yourself to the desired outcome. It's like a master craftsman being devoted to their art. It's like a composer being devoted to the music. It's your strength of will is the embodiment of the essence of the outcome. So you are embodying and inserting your intention and the desired feeling that you'll have when you do manifest the thing. And you're putting the essence of that into your spells and rituals. And this is why that passion and that's the whole purpose behind the strength of will, is having that essence of yourself and the desired outcome, the emotion, the intention, the sheer passion behind your energy to create what you're creating is what shapes your spell. It's what shapes your ritual. It's the catalyst. It's the catalyst that transforms from a desire into a reality. So it's the bridge between the desire and your reality. And if you don't have passion for the outcome, if you don't have a sense of determination to create this outcome, and if you're not into it, it's not going to work. You have to have the intention, but you have to find a way to get from desire to outcome. And we know from studying manifestation that it's a desire, but it's not a desire as in like you don't have it to desire it. It's a sitting in the emotion of the feeling that you expect and anticipate to happen, how you want to feel, how you'll feel, how your life will change, what life will be like when you have that desired outcome. And this is the strength of will, is a determination to take that energy and to bridge it between in the gap between the desire and the outcome. And most of the time when we're, if we're practicing a magical practice, which most of us here are doing or wanting to do, you are going to use a spell or a ritual 9 out of 10 times, unless you're just doing a visualization or meditation. And so you want to be including all the passion, all the emotion, all the feeling, all the desire, all of your determination to make your desires come true. You want that to be infused into your incantations, into your intentions that you're putting into when you're planning your ritual. You want to make sure that you have a good grip on what you want, why you want it, what it will feel like when you'll get there, and what you're willing to do to get there. And all of that should be really thought about with strong intention beforehand. Clear, focused, and driven intentions. Magic often requires patience and persistence. And sometimes that means waiting to do the ritual or the spell until we are sure that we want the outcome, or until we are sure that we have the will to make it happen, and that's really what we want, and to know why we want it. The strength of will really helps you to remain steadfast in the face of challenges and setbacks and all the things that we go through, right? So it's not easy to change, and we want to create change. That's what a magical practice is for, right? We want to work with the energies of the universe in order to create our desired outcome. And we go through things like self-sabotage. We run into blocks, which are beliefs and thought patterns that don't match our desired outcome, that isn't helping us. We face challenges. And if we don't have a clear intention and a way to amplify that intention and to push the energy of our intention out into the universe, we're going to have a hard time making that desired outcome come true. So this strength of will helps us to keep us in line with our goals. It ensures that our actions are in harmony with our magical intentions. So cultivating this strength of will in our practice spills over into every aspect of our daily lives. It helps us to promote discipline and focus and self-improvement. So how do we consciously use this force in our magical practice? You want to begin with that clear intention. The more precise your desire is, the easier you'll be able to direct your intention toward it, right? So create a mental image next of your desired outcome and firmly think about it in your mind. Visualize it very clearly, because that enhances the focus of your will. It also helps you to infuse strong emotions and passion into your spells and rituals, because the depth of that feeling that you feel, imagining what it's going to feel like, feeling into what it's going to feel like when you create that desired outcome, that amplifies the strength of your spells and your rituals. Using affirmations is another one. It reinforces your intentions. It helps to program your subconscious mind. Repeating empowering statements really helps to get into the energetic space and the mental space. Some practical tips are regularly meditating. So anything that enhances your concentration, gets you out of the monkey mind with all the chatter going on, that gives you some peace and some space. That's what a meditation practice is good for. But also the visualization part. The better we get at visualization, the better we are at manifestation, period. Because we were taught that our imagination is make-believe, and that we make it all up, and that it has no power, and it's just child's play, and we should just pretend it doesn't exist when we're adults and just stay in the real world. But the truth is that your ability to visualize and use your imagination to create a desired outcome in your mind and to keep that real is directly related to your ability to manifest in the real world. So getting good at playing, going back to playing, going back to imagining, going back to getting strong at those visualization skills, and not just visualizing. The visualizing really helps with the emotional part. It's how do you feel? How does it feel? What opportunities does it open for you? Practicing. Dedicate time daily to practice. To practice working with your intention. And the more you practice setting intentions, the stronger your will becomes. And keeping a magical journal is a fantastic idea. It's really hard for us to look back, and we forget so easily to look back and remember exactly what it is we did and said, exactly what the intention was, write down everything that we are going to do, and then reflect on it afterwards, and then see how it goes. Like if you have an outcome come true or something that you think came from it, you want to go back and write that down as well, so that the next time you have an intention that's similar, you can go back and see what worked and what didn't work for you. And I think a lot of us really forget to do that when writing it all down and keeping track of it, even if it's like a voice note or whatever. It really helps us to go back and look over what works for us and what doesn't work. Because the truth is, we only have lists of correspondences in our magical practice that we can go find online or in books or whatever, because other people did this. They practiced, they saw what worked and what didn't work, and they kept track of it. And over time, so many people agreed that certain things have certain properties that we now all rely on that. But you are welcome to expand your horizons and try to use things that aren't on that list for that purpose and see if it works or not, and keep track of your results. That's going to be huge in both your magical and your manifestation practice, which I think are both very similar, if not the same thing. Daily affirmations is another one that fortifies intention. It also helps with our subconscious mind. And creating a community. So creating a group of people that are on the same path, that you can share about it here in this group as well. Sharing what you're working on, what your intention is, and how you are doing, what's working and what isn't working, and different ways to cultivate your strength of will with the intention to transform what you want into a tangible thing. And as you practice, you'll find that the call to do magic and to practice becomes more powerful. And when you do your spells and rituals, they become more meaningful and more fulfilling, and they start to fill you up. And then you're on a really great path. But you have to stay consistent with it, because if you don't, you'll notice your whole life will be different. When I have a routine and a ritual and I don't do it, I'm off, like way off. These daily habits and focus it and the detail to intention, the detail to focus on an intention, the ability for us to discipline ourselves enough to stay on schedule and continue, and to go through with our intentions and to go through with a magical or manifestation practice, is powerful. And it's not always powerful in the most obvious way, but you'll know when you experience it. So let me just recap real quickly. The strength of will is really the magic behind your magic. It's the magic behind the magic. And it transforms your intentions into tangible manifestations, things you can see in the real world. And as you work with it intentionally and cultivate through practice, you find that your magical actions are more powerful, and that the things that you do in your magical practice are more meaningful, and that they are more fulfilling, and that they actually support you in your daily life. They allow you to be more resilient. They allow you to feel like you're more in control, so less powerlessness. They allow us to feel like we are a co-creator of our own reality, because we are. Does anyone have any questions? I have to go back to the Facebook page on my laptop to make sure. See if you guys are actually talking to me. It's Facebook on the phone never tells me anything. I can never see comments. Let me just see. I know, I talk fast, so I kind of sped through that. Let me know if you have any questions. I do. I get on a roll. I just talk fast. Okay, let me refresh to just make sure I'm not missing anything. But yes, our strength of will is mostly related to our intention and how much we want it and how we can connect with the desired result and how we can use the reasons why we want it and how we will feel when we get it to put that energy and infuse that energy into our magical practice to create the desired outcome. And if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Let me know you're here. If you're here on the replay or if you were here live and I'm just not seeing an updated version, it's possible. Our internet here can be slow, and so I may not be seeing anybody's comments. But tell me you were here so I can reach out and say hi to you. And if you have any questions at all, please leave them below. I will be back this time next week for another episode. And in the meantime, keep an ear out. This weekend, I'm going to probably do a live on the basics of earth magic, just like a short video with tips for everyone, tips to get started. So you can't infuse your will into something and you can't create intentions and then manifest them in the real world if you don't have a practice. And if you don't know where to start, it's kind of hard to have a practice. And so I'm going to go live at some point this weekend and talk about how we can start to work in without questioning ourselves and wondering if I'm doing it right or doing it wrong and do I have the right things and all of those thoughts that go through our mind that stops us from actually doing this stuff. We're going to have a chat. We're going to have a live about it. And so I'm not sure exactly when though. I'll let you guys know as soon as I figure it out. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day.